Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? It is your boy Optic Scumpy, bringing you another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary, and today we're playing on the map Turbine. And now, if you guys aren't familiar with Turbine, this map is absolutely freaking huge. Like, this map is so big for a 6v6. It would be really good for ground war, however, but for 6v6, this map is really big. I end up going 61-4, and I end up getting a couple of kill streaks. I believe I get dogs in this game as well. And I get freaking sniped right off the start. What do you know? But yeah, I get dogs in this gameplay. I love the dogs, and 61-4, not bad. Using the MP7 again. Like I said in my other videos, the MP7 is probably my favorite public match gun, and it's freaking absolutely crazy. And today is the third part of my CoD Career video. And now where we left off with the last one was at the end of Call of Duty 4, when I was playing with Bobby, Joey, and Dowie. And Joey was Sin. If you're familiar with him, he was a professional player, and he was really good for a while. He was really good on Modern Warfare 2 as well, and then he sort of fell off after a couple events throughout Black Ops, and that was the end of him, and I haven't heard from him since. But if you're watching this, Joe, I love you, bud. And yeah, so that's where I ended off in in Call of Duty 4. I was really confused about what I wanted to do after that, because, you know, the game was done, and that was like the last Call of Duty 4 MLG gameplay that I played, and that was the last MLG gameplay that I played in total, because MLG wasn't picked up on World at War because the game was not very good for MLG, I guess. I'm not really sure why. I don't have any specific reasons or reasoning behind that, but it didn't get picked up by MLG, and it was a primarily game battles dominant game, which I don't really like. I want to be playing for something. I would get so bored if I was just playing for a GB record. But that's what I ended up doing, just to stay in the loop, you know, just to stay playing the game. And that is where we left off. So Call of Duty 4, I just started playing MLG, wasn't very known, and was trying to make a name for myself throughout the Call of Duties. And then World at War came out, and World at War was, you know, it was fun for me. It was a fun game battles game. I enjoyed it. I liked, you know, the guns. I just liked the game. It was fun. I was still pretty young. I was still, you know, coming up through the ages. I don't remember what grade I was in. Probably in middle school somewhere. And the only things that I can really remember from World at War were playing GBs till my fingers fell off. And one of my teammates, Merc, was very good at World at War. I'm sorry, it's just all these Call of Duties are like swirling around in my head, and it's so hard to think of which ones I'm talking about all the time. But my teammate Merc was really, really good at World at War. He was really good at GB, and like I said, there wasn't any MLG for World at War, but there were some tournaments, I believe, and I think that he ended up winning one of the bigger ones for a lot of money, I think. Like, a lot of money. So that there were still online tournaments and stuff, but MLG wasn't there, and I didn't know how to enter these online tournaments still because I was still a newbie and I wasn't sure what I was doing. But I played with the team. I can't remember their names, but we were a map gen team. And if you're not familiar with map gen, it is random maps, random game types, and any map can be played. So it's pretty much like pubs, except you're getting thrown into a playlist that's 4v4, and you can play literally any single map at any given time with any single, you know, game mode on it. So it was a lot of fun. It was really hard to learn every single map inside and out. So whenever you played a good team that knew what they were doing, you knew, like, they were good. You knew that they were, you know, they would dominate. They would just destroy you because they knew what they were doing and you didn't, because there were so many game types. But I played with the team, and we ended up playing one of the best teams in the game, otherwise known as Independence. Independence, I think Joey might have been on the team. Not necessarily sure, but we played them, and they were absolute gods. And I remember their record was so good back in the day. And we got matched up against them in a GB. I just remember my reaction. I was sitting there like screaming like a little freaking girl. It was so funny. I was so excited because that was the first team that I ever really played that was really good on game battles for World at War. Because I never really played game battles for World at War until like halfway through it. So I was playing this really freaking good team, and I was freaking out, and I'm not sure why I called him my stealth chopper there, to be quite honest. But I was freaking out because I was playing such a good team, and I was so excited, and I didn't even get to call him my stealth chopper. So that would probably ended up, you know, going into my favor. And I think that I clicked out of it, actually, which was what ended up happening. But like I was saying, you know, I was playing a good team and I was really excited, like super excited. So we played this team. I was expecting to lose, first of all, which is not the attitude that you want to go into a game battles match with. You want to go into it knowing, or thinking at least, that you have a chance, or you're going to win. And me being at such a young age, I was pestering my teammates like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna get freaking destroyed, and they were getting mad at me. And so we were playing, and because I was so young, I didn't really know how to, you know, control my emotions, so I would rage a shit ton, and I still rage. But I was like raging at my teammates, like that kind of rage. Like I'll get mad if I get outgunned or something, but like I would never get mad at my teammates in any situation, and I would never, you know, yell at my teammates for something. But that's what I used to do because I was young and I was stupid. But so we play this team, and we won the first map. I remember it clear as day. And then we ended up playing the second map, which was TDM. We ended up losing by 1 kill, and it was on that really, really dark map. I can't remember what it was. It was sort of like Hanoi. Like, it was really dark, and there was a central thing. It was a circle, and there was an ocean. I can't remember what it was called. But we ended up losing by like 1 kill, and then the last map was a search and destroy. And I'm pretty sure that we got 4-0'd on that. But I was just so freaking infuriated, and I was fucking screaming at my teammates, like, you guys freaking suck, like, you guys are worthless. And because I was doing really good, like, I destroyed them, like, I was doing incredibly well, and I was mad because we lost. And it wasn't my fault, it was my teammates' fault, I guess, in essence. But, you know, you never want to say that because you don't want to get down on your teammates unless you absolutely hate them and you want to leave them. And, I mean, I guess you can. But it's not a good idea. You don't want to create enemies in this community. But so I got dropped from their team. And you're probably wondering what I did after I got dropped. What did I do, you know, from that point on? And after that point on, I pretty much, you know, played pubs. I couldn't get back into the game battle scene because that team that I was on was good. Like, we were a good-ass team. And when I got kicked off of that, like, we were a good unknown team, so I had the opportunity to play with them. But like when I got kicked off of that team, I couldn't play with anyone else because they were all good known teams. And good known teams, as you may know, are pretty egotistical, and they don't like to play with unknown players. And so I couldn't get back into the GB scene after I had gotten kicked from that team. And it's sort of saddening because I enjoyed playing World at War competitively on GB more than any other game. You know, I usually don't like playing GBs because we usually destroy, unless now I enjoy them a lot, playing with like other pros and nade shot, like in MW3 whenever we were doing our Road to 100 series, which never really went well. We couldn't really get there. It's pretty difficult to do, quite honestly. But we got close. We got like to 70-0, and then after that, after our first loss, we ended up saying like, fuck it, we don't want to do it anymore. But that's, I don't know, I'm getting off topic. But so yeah, I got kicked off that team, and I didn't really know what to do from that point on. And it was saddening because, you know, I worked myself up. I was a good player, and I ruined the one chance that I got. And the next episode, guys, is going to be Modern Warfare 2, and this sort of gets back into my competitive career where I start to play with really good teams. This is like, Modern Warfare 2 is literally the birth of my competitive career. That's when I started to really make a name for myself, and whenever I, you know, really started to get good, and I started to get noticed by professional teams that were highly prestigious, and, you know, they were really good, such as Leverage and Fear, and we'll get into that in the next episode. But I hope that you've been enjoying this series, guys. I know I have. It sort of lets me reminisce on all the, you know, memories that I have back from playing World at War. And I didn't really have many memories from World at War, to be honest. I really was on that one team for like a week, and then I got kicked, and then I just played pubs for the remainder of the game. Just because, I don't know, and my Xbox is lagging here. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, as always, leave me a like and a favorite if you really enjoyed it. And leave me a comment and subscribe if you aren't subscribed to me already. I hope you guys have a great weekend and take it easy.